Hi, my name is Joe. I live in South Florida. I wanted to tell you about my experience with learning Spanish like crazy. I'm a 73-year-old retired hospital executive from Boston, Massachusetts. I retired about 10 years ago and moved to South Florida. I began to work for a large grocery chain and had many fellow employees and customers who were Latino. So I decided that I'd like to learn to speak Spanish. I also thought it would be a good idea because I would fight Alzheimer's and not have something to do in my retirement since I'm also a widower. So anyway, I had taken 10 years of German in college, and I had 6 years of French in high school, and couldn't speak a word of it other than to say hello or how are you or some basic conversation like it's raining out. Oh, I could read it much better because that's how it was taught. I learned how to read German and I learned how to read Spanish fairly well. Couldn't speak a word of it. So I was afraid of getting involved in one of these learning courses again, and I accidentally came across learning Spanish like crazy with the emphasis on speaking Spanish. So I gave it a go, and I've used learning Spanish like crazy ever since, and I've actually used every single product that learning Spanish like crazy has offered. I enjoyed this journey because I can actually converse, although gringo-ish, with my Latino friends. Now, I worked as a fishmonger in this large grocery chain, and I had a lot of customers who spoke Spanish. I had a lot of Latino customers. Some were from Mexico, some from the Dominican, some from Colombia, some from here. And anyway, I used to enjoy waiting on these customers that they'd be in front of my case talking to the respective spouse about what they were going to get for supper and blah, blah, blah. And then I would join into the conversation in Spanish. And they would look at me like, holy mackerel. And then I would converse with them about what they were going to do, blah, blah, blah. And invariably, they said to me, wow, you speak Spanish very well, and you have the accent. You're doing a great job. And of course, that made me feel good, made me keep working on learning to speak Spanish. So what happens is now that I have every product that learning Spanish like crazy makes, I jump around, I use the verburator, and then I'll go back to learning Spanish, and I jump all over the place because it keeps you from getting totally bored. And I've been working on this for almost 9 years. I'm also fortunate that I live in an area where there is a Miami-based Cuban, Mexican, Latino radio station that I listen to. And I also have access to Telemundo, so I get to watch a lot of Latin TV, telenovelas. I get to watch some movies with closed captioning, and I work my way through those. Takes a lot of time, but I keep getting there little by little. So the point of this little video is to tell you that if you want to learn to speak Spanish, get learning Spanish like crazy, get involved, put the time and the effort in, and I assure you that you will be able to speak Spanish other than just to say hello. And it's a fun journey, and I'll say hasta luego.
Hey, Patrick Jackson here from Learning Spanish Like Crazy. Just to show my appreciation for watching Joe's video, I have 2 special regalos for you. And regalo means gift. But before we get to your 2 special gifts, do yourself a favor and click that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, and then click the notifications bell. That way we can help you in your journey to achieve all your learning Spanish goals. Moving on to your 2 special gifts. Gift number 1 is an invitation to attend our bi-weekly live and interactive webinar taught by a Colombian Spanish instructor. During the webinar, we open up the line so you can practice your Spanish with the webinar Spanish instructor. You'll find a link to register in the description of this video. Now, gift number 2 isn't for everyone. If you want to know if it's for you or not, then let me ask you some questions. Are you sick and tired of using apps that do not feature native Spanish speakers, but use machine learning and synthetic voices, which leave you with an awful sounding Spanish pronunciation and accent? And are you sick and tired of using apps that use machine learning and synthetic voices that make it almost impossible for you to understand normal everyday Spanish speakers? Do you want more than an app that only gives you a badge that shows you used the app for days, weeks, or even years, but still can't speak Spanish well enough to hold a conversation with a 4-year-old Spanish speaker? If you're ready for a learning Spanish program that's going to give you what it takes to speak and understand conversational Spanish with complete confidence, and you want to get this program absolutely free, in the description of this video, you'll find a link to go to Amazon.com or Audible, where you can get the new and improved version of Learning Spanish Like Crazy. You can get it completely free with a free trial to Audible. And we've only used native Spanish speakers in this program so that you develop an authentic Latin American Spanish accent and pronunciation. And just in case you're a visual learner, we've also included a bonus video version of this program, which includes its own free mobile app. That's in addition to the audio version of the program that you'll get from Audible or Amazon.com. After you get your copy, make sure you install the free Audible mobile app to listen on your phone or tablet, or if you prefer, you can listen on your laptop without using a mobile app. You can also click that same link in the description of this video and go to Audible or Amazon.com and see the success stories from hundreds and hundreds of Audible and Amazon.com customers and see what they have to say about learning Spanish like crazy. I hope to see you at our next live and interactive Learning Spanish webinar. Ya me voy. I'm leaving now. Hasta luego.